Hey guys, it's Sam from The Sky's the Limit. Welcome to this new YouTube channel that we're going to be doing all sorts of aerial photography and droning and all that stuff. So we're going to start off by unboxing our DJI Mavic Pro, which is going to be our primary drone for filming and doing all that good stuff. So this is the Fly More combo. So let's just jump straight into it. So we're going to start unboxing it by just obviously lifting the lid off if you didn't already know that. I'll just leave that to the side there. I'm going to try and face it with the camera, so I'll unbox it. Whoa, there we go. There we go. So this is the newly packaged one. I know that they changed the packaging. So in here, first of all, we're going to look at the Mavic Pro. This is, wow. You've seen so many videos online of the DJI Mavic Pro, and you don't actually realize how small it is until you hold it and feel it. It's amazingly small, and it feels like it's built of some pretty good like plastic. It doesn't feel like a toy. So we're gonna set that aside for the moment, just until we get all of this other stuff unboxed. So next we have the Fly More combo bag, and all of the other stuff should be in the bag right now. So if we open it up, we have a shoulder strap. We have a controller. So let's just try and, okay, that looks like the controller charger. A bit of foam. I'll set all this stuff aside over here. Okay. This looks like the multiple charger, and a lot of things that people don't get confused about with this. It doesn't charge them at the same time. It charges them sequentially. So if you plug one in, it'll go for the one with the highest amount of charge. You can get other third-party chargers that do charge them all at the same time if you're really looking for that. This is an interesting mount accessory. If I just grab one of the spare batteries real quick, one of the spare batteries. So what actually you do is this plugs on to the battery, and once you turn the battery on, it's actually going to turn it into a portable charger, so you can charge your phone, anything like that. And it's actually decent. I mean, it's small, and it's just a small attachment that you can plug onto your battery if you ever need to charge something with a USB connection. But anyway, that's one battery. The second battery is also in here. It's the second spare battery, and then there's one on the Mavic. But back to the controller. That is the controller. Obviously it unfolds like this. And this, again, this feels like not some toy controller. It feels like you have complete control. And I'll set it up a bit later, but it feels good. Right, moving on to the next accessory from the bag. We have, so this is the car charger. So if you're ever on the road with flat Mavic batteries, you can actually charge your Mavic batteries in the car. And unfortunately, this charger doesn't actually have two USB ports, which the regular charger actually does. It has two USB ports, so you can charge the controller and your phone at the same time. Unfortunately, the car charger doesn't. But again, both of these chargers are compatible with the hub. So that's how the hub works there. And I'll just put this again over here. And I think we've got a few more things in here. We have this top zipper pocket here. That's pretty cool. We have, looks like connections. If if you have an Android phone, this is the connector that you'd use. It comes pre-installed with an Apple iOS cable. So we'll put that aside, and then also another Android phone, a USB-C type connector. And I'm aware that there's a few more things just in this front pocket right here. We have spare propellers, so that's just propellers. So it looks like we have 2 sets of propellers already on the Mavic, or 1 set of propellers already on the Mavic, so that means you get a full set and a half, which is a bit odd, but that's what you get, propellers. So we're going to actually unfold it, and to get some comparison, size comparison of how big the Mavic actually is, I think I'm going to go find some objects to show you how small the Mavic really is. Okay, so back, I found some objects. First of all, iPhone 5C. That's how small it is. Just over the size of the battery. Okay, an apple. Because it's an apple. It's roughly the size of the lens. And finally, a box of shapes. Box of shapes is probably the best comparison. It takes up just from the bottom of the Mavic right to the top. Okay, so now I'm going to go out to the field, do a field test. It'll probably just be in my backyard, but we're just going to get our initial thoughts after we've flown it a couple of times, and we'll probably get some test footage for you as well. So, yeah, see you then. Okay, so we're in a pretty good location for our first flight. We've got the iPad mini, got the drone. We've already done all the setup, taking the gimbal clamp off. Remember to do that every time. The setup wasn't that easy, just naming it, software updates. I mean, it took quite a while, but it's only once when you first get it. So we're going to start with the automatic takeoff. So let's slide to take off.
Takeoff. The home point has been updated. Please check it on the map.
Right, that's amazing. Okay, it's saying it's an obstacle, so I'll just stand back a bit, but that's just walk around it, not too close to it. That's just amazing. Right, let's just feel the control sticks. That's rotating it. That's the other way rotating it. That's up. That one's down. That's left, forwards, backwards, left, right, right, forwards, backwards, left, right, forwards, backwards, left, right. Okay, I got that. Might want to do that a couple of times. Take it up a bit. I don't feel worried or anything about my Mavic. I trust DJI, and it feels good. It feels like you're in complete control, and I trust it to do whatever I command it to. If I take my hands off the controller, it's going to stay still. If I command it to do something, like fly forward, it's going to fly forward pretty easily. So I'm going to come down. I think I might do a proper test with all the flight modes and all that stuff in another video. For now, let's just get out of the way of it. Descends pretty fast, and then if I hold the stick down, wow. So I started on 90% because I did some of the setup, and I got down to 77. So for about a 5-minute flight, did okay. So I think we're going to go inside, get our initial thoughts on it, and I think in the same video we're going to get bit more footage for you to just look at, maybe go on a walk or something. So yeah, let's go inside and get our thoughts on the Mavic. Okay, so welcome back. Now I'm going to give my initial thoughts on the Mavic Pro after my first flight. First of all, I'd like to say good job to DJI. I'm so happy that they released something like this that's super small, easy to use, and it's within any person's price budget. So some things I like about the Mavic is obviously its portability. Like that's what they designed it for. I also like the flight time, even though 27 minutes is only for optimal conditions. 20 minutes, which is probably what you'd get normally, maybe 23, 25, is still a very good amount of time. You might think it's not the best, which it isn't, but compared to reality, which would be when you actually are filming, this flight time is very good. Second thing, the camera. So the camera obviously is good for shooting, professional or not professional, for someone that needs to get a good shot for a cheap price. The camera is amazing. It's the tiniest thing. It's got 3-axis stabilization. It's just brilliant. You can, when you're watching on your display, you can always tell what's going on. It's always good brightness, and I would recommend using automatic for just regularly flying around, but manual will give you obviously the best shot. Now, if you're just a beginner, I would recommend automatic, because automatic doesn't give you a bad shot. Manual just gives you a better shot. So you need to remember that, because that's something very important. So the next thing I'd like to talk about is the iPad. Now, the iPad is going to be my display that I'm probably going to use all the time. Lots of people like to use their phones, and that is just the easiest solution, just to pull out of your pocket, plug it into the controller. But if you're thinking about having the most control, an iPad or an Android tablet is the best option, because it gives you the most, you can have the biggest picture, you can see everything. So that's the iPad. So that's pretty much all I have to say about the Mavic after my first flight. I probably will do a review after maybe 10 flights, just so I have some more experience with the Mavic, and I might be able to try out a few more settings, intelligent flight modes, and I'll get back to you on that one, of course. So I'll see you in the next video, and just remember, the sky's the limit.